Hi, everybody. I'm Sam. I'm the founder of Lead Launch Pros. And today I have uh, one of our more successful and recent clients with us, Trey. And I'm just excited to introduce him to you and get his feedback on his experience of working with us. But thanks for coming on, Trey.
Thanks for having me, Sam.
Of course. So before we get started, maybe you could tell who's watching this, maybe a little about yourself, your experience in oil and gas, what your business does, and maybe where you're located.
Yeah, so I'm Trey. I'm president of an oil and gas company. We're physically located in Dallas, Texas, and we have assets in Kansas and Oklahoma, and Texas. And what we are doing is going out and putting together new investors. We're trying to find that new capital.
Okay, so before joining the program, Trey, what were you doing to raise that capital, to get in touch and find accredited investors? And how did that change when you started working with us?
So we have a sales team that within that we would use our network of peers that we already knew. Then we would also have lead lists. Our sales guys would go out and call them. We have multiple lists that were both outdated and updated. So it was rough. It's definitely a grind.
And so why did you choose to work with us specifically, maybe out of all the other marketing companies that are out there?
So you showed me your track record of success. And on top of that, what I really liked was your excitement for oil and gas. I think that you saw that there was a very big ceiling there, and just your exuberance for the industry itself. I like that excitement in a vendor. So um, your expertise also was very, very, uh, you know, very interesting to me. I really like that.
And how have your results been so far since we installed our system into your business?
Everything's become a lot more efficient. Whenever we would make 1,000 calls in the past, we would get maybe one or two good leads out of that. Now with your ads, what we're able to get is a investor that already wants to talk to us. So those calls, instead of having to make 1,000 calls for one lead, we make 2 to 10 calls, and we're getting great warm leads off those.
And how has that translated in terms of capital? How much capital have you raised in what time period with our system?
Yeah, so right off the bat, we were able to see a great ROI. With less than $10,000 invested, we saw $400,000 in new investments come in within the first 60 days.
That sounds pretty good to me, man. I'm pretty happy with the results, and I can only imagine you guys are as well. So I guess my last question to you would be, would you recommend us to other oil and gas operators who are looking to raise capital for the drilling programs, and why?
Absolutely. Like I already said, your experience in ads and your excitement for the industry itself just lends itself to a great partnership between ourselves and an ad agency. I think that with that ROI that I just spoke about too, that there's no reason not to.
Great. Well, it's been really fun working with you guys. I'm excited for what the future holds as we continue to grow and work together. And thank you for everybody else who's tuning in and watching this. If you have any questions for me or my team as to how we can maybe help your operating company also grow, feel free to reach out, submit your information, and get in touch with our team that way. All right, that's it. Thanks, everybody.